Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Yakult YouTube channel for today's wellness session, a demonstration into the ancient Japanese art of Shodo calligraphy, hosted by the very talented Rie Takeda. Rie is a Neo-Japanism artist who's been practicing calligraphy from the age of 5 with her grandmother, a very accomplished calligrapher herself. We're very pleased to have her here today because at Yakult, we're keen to help people cultivate their wellness and well-being through science-based solutions. First, of course, we do it through our product and our unique bacteria, which is scientifically proven to reach your gut alive. And there are 20 billions of each of our unique bacteria in each little bottle of Yakult. Second, we like to do it through science-based recommendations, which we share on our channels, on Facebook and Instagram, on our website, and here on YouTube, like today's session. For example, science says that practicing the art of calligraphy will help reduce your stress, lower your blood pressure, as well as your muscle tension. So practicing Shodo today with us will actually help improve your physical well-being. Rie will also talk more about the body and soul connection and about the mindfulness aspect, which also come into place when you practice calligraphy. So I think I'm just going to hand it over to her. I hope everyone enjoys today's session. And just so you know, the workshop will stay on our channel, so you can revisit it and do it again whenever you want. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma-san, for the introduction and the information. Hello, everyone. My name is Rie Takeda. I'm a calligrapher and an artist. I've been teaching Shodo, the Japanese calligraphy, since more than 25 years. And I teach Shodo with the mindfulness-based method in the past 15 years. And my heritage is Japanese. My grandma showed me this art of Shodo and taught me lots of techniques, styles, and most importantly, she showed me how to connect body and mind connection. So as the Yakult actively promote and support consumers, so health awareness and body and mind well-being, I share that spirit too. So I'm very excited to collaborate for this workshop, and I'm inspired to share my insider tips and the mindfulness aspect of Shodo today. So this program is designed for everyone. And as Emma-san said, you can rewatch it on the YouTube channel from Yakult later, again and again. But let me show you the utensils. I don't know how many of you got classic Shodo set right now. I just show you the classic version. So this is the brush, so calligraphy brush. So quite long like this. And then each brush has the middle line like this. Okay. And the hair is often horse, goat, or sable. So very soft and elastic. And as an option, you can also use the standard watercolor brushes. I recommend the longer, the softer the hair is better. And a bit of pointed tip would be even better. Okay. And this is, I'll just put it here. This is the inkstone, the natural inkstone. It's quite heavy. And this is the ink stick. So if you got this set, you can put the tap water a little bit, not too much, just till the half. And you could already start rubbing the ink. and calm it down already yourself. And many of you, maybe you haven't got this. You can use, I just show you here. So you can use Indian ink for Western calligraphy or water-based black color, tempera, gouache, watercolor, just maybe a little bit. I just show you a little bit. So, and then any water you can mix as well. And could create it's more like a fluid, not too thick color like this. That will be absolutely fine. Okay, and if you got this classic set, I want you to rub the ink already with 3 fingertips and start rubbing so. Okay, it may take 5 to 10 minutes, but that's really nice arriving time. So, and just quickly the paper. This is standard calligraphy hunch paper. It has 2 sides, so you can just check with your fingertips. The finer, smoother side is the surface we need. The other side is a bit rough, okay? And you can happily use, if you haven't got this, the drawing paper or art and craft paper, as long as it's not so thick or too thin fine. Okay, that's absolutely fine. So let me show you the posture first, because later I show you step by step how to do the calligraphy. We use the kanji mindfulness today. Okay, so the posture. I'm sure many of you are sitting on the chair at the table. You can happily sit on the floor as well if it's more comfortable. So the posture, imagine it's so light and straight. And if you could imagine the back spine is hanging from the sky, light and long, like a marionette. Okay, light. And be aware of the middle line of your body and also the tummy. This is the energy point. So the belly navel, that's our energy point. And I show you some movement to release the tension from our bodies. Okay, so if you could stretch your arms from the shoulder joint really gently. So the armpit opens and the side of the body really opens up. Okay, just light and gently. And then 2 shoulders. If you could pull your shoulders really high as possible and hold it longer and longer and longer and let it go. And breathe out at the same time. Maybe one more, pull up, hold it as long as you can and let it go, breathe out. So that's kind of lightness we need for practicing Shodo, okay? And let's check the neck area. So back and forth and right and left. You can make small circle very gently. And then the other side. When you got some stiffness or chronic pain, just don't try too hard. Just stay in the small circle. Okay, and then the breast area, rib cage, open and airy. Because when we concentrate, our body try to close like this. So we try to open up consciously by breathing as well. So the most important part is activating the energy. So I want you to wrap the fingertips like this, okay? And then just rub it gently. You don't have to go really like this, only the fingertips. Okay. And then as it gets warmer, I want you to check without the skin contact close to the cheek. So if you feel the warmth pouring out from your fingertips, that's your energy. So that's your inner energy, our living resource. So in Shodo, we try to bring that out of the body, passing this passage, and applying it on the paper. So now the body is lighter, okay? And when you practice at home later, you can happily do it a bit longer and combine some of your exercise as well, that's no problem. And in my course or workshop, normally, I want people to rub the ink quite long time. So 5 to 10 minutes. So I would need to shortcut some process like that in between, and also lots of basic technique practices. But you can happily do that when you watch this video later. So just for people who has this Shodo set, I want you to rub the ink, breathing in and out without a pressure from the shoulder, light and gently. Okay, and this is I find it's very important process of sort of switching off our thoughts and the routine and coming down at this moment, here and now. Okay, I would recommend to do that. So if you got the color already, it's fine. And so the papers, I want you to fold the paper like so. This is our middle line, okay? So this is the central line, central point. And this is the paper stone. You could use optionally the chopstick standards or some stones from your garden, that's no problem, as long as it's hold the paper so steady. And this middle line and your body line have to be always in the same position. This is our autopilot, the center and the middle line. Okay, so before I just show you step by step each line, let me talk through about the Shodo and the mindfulness aspect. Shodo is, I don't know how many of you have heard Shodo before. This is the Japanese word directly translated as the way of beautiful writing, artistic writing. I often say the art of traditional Japanese calligraphy. And the sho means to write, writing, and do is the path, the way, the Tao, symbolizing our life path we keep walking forward and moving forward. And Shodo is one of the oldest art form in Japan since the mid-5th century. And the true beauty in Shodo is the result of diverse techniques, lots of styles, and fine detailed brush movements. And the most essential part is the element of body and mind connection. It needs to be accompanied with the inner silence and stillness and calmness and body and mind connection. So in the Eastern philosophy and the Japanese Do art tradition, we learn that the body and mind are as one, not separated things. And when they are united, you are aware, more aware of your own energy, like we just checked earlier on. And also you could make that flow lighter and smoother. And particularly in Shodo, you can make this inner energy flow instantly visible and very solid on the paper. And that's, I find, is very fascinating part in Shodo practice. You can see the process of your present mind, everything visible in front of your eyes. And that's really the fun part. So now your color is ready. So I do calligraphy. So I meditate while I do calligraphy every morning. It's the process of cleansing inner filter and harmonize body and mind and generate my energy too. It sounds very complicated, but when it happens, it's like a transformation and a healing. It's very, very solid. So you feel lighter, clearer, and peaceful and happy. And that's the element I hope you could experience even a little bit through this practice and this workshop. So, about the brush you have, I want you to hold like this. So again, fingertips like so. Not too deep, not too high, just in the middle way, okay? Because we would be moving like this, always keeping the upright. You never use the brush like this or twist the body like this. So imagine the brush is following your energy flow rather than your body trying to conduct your brush. So always light, and no pressure is necessary at all, really light. And no blockage in the wrist or elbow or shoulder, light. So now the ink is, well, a shortcut and already prepared ink, so it's nicely dark. And the ink, the color doesn't have to be really dark. Okay, so you can check the color. So this is quite dark color. So now I show you the mindfulness character. So one by one, each stroke. So we got two important techniques here. Okay. So light. Okay. So in a calligraphy, always start with diagonal 45 degrees and let it go. And come back. So slowly going down, 3-step movement, 1, 2, and then slowly out. And check the middle line and come back. Again, 45 degrees, side brushing and breathe out. And wait till the ink is there, okay? And then come back again, number 4. So 3-step movement, corner technique, 1, 2. And then slowly let it go. I show you the details later. And stay in the flow, come back with the tip of the brush. Now energy is going a little bit outside, okay? You don't have to twist the brush or pressurize the brush. Come back. So then going down on the ground, 3-step again, 1, 2, and then 3. Stay in, come back, and slowly finish. And always check the middle line. So in a calligraphy also, this is the ground and this is the sky. Okay? And the first part, so as you can see, the first part is now, here and now, also means the present moment, and momentum, momentary. And the second part here is heart. So means our functional organ heart, but also means the mind. So this character has 2 elements already, body and mind put together. And additionally, it also means intuition, the feeling, spirit, and the soul. And also means the middle or center. So now and the heart coming together is mindfulness. So present moment of heart is mindfulness. So it sounds very abstract, but I find it very clear statement. So that's the kanji I want you to practice today. So here, 45, I just show you the detail. And from the back, you are pulling the energy up at the same time, letting the brush tip coming down and fade out. So let them meet here and then let it go. Stay in the flow, come back in the middle. So 3-step. First, you stop as 1. Slightly open the hair a little bit. And then pulling the energy upwards and letting the brush tip coming down. So this is the meeting point. And let it go. Check the middle line. Side brushing 45 degrees. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Corner technique, 1, where you stop. 2, extra diagonal line. So you have a new connection here. And let it go. So pull your energy from the back at the same time, letting the tip coming down. So in, energy out, come back, curve. So the brush keeps it more sideways. And 3-step jumping technique, 1 where stop, 2 opens up, and then the jumping comes from here. So you pull the energy up slowly, slowly, letting the tip go, reflecting back and stay in the flow like this. Okay? So if this character is too complex, difficult for you or your family, you can practice only some parts or single part and really again and again until you feel lighter. I just demonstrate you this mindfulness character with a one flow. Okay. So if you got your utensils right now, you can just carry on your practice as well. So check the middle line and central point and breathe in and out. Come back here, 1, 2, let it go. In, side brushing, breathe in and out. 1, 2, then slowly let it go. And come back. Slowly in, come back with your brush tip landing on the ground. So 1, 2, slowly jump and come back with the tip of the brush and slowly. So you don't have to put the pressure or twist. Always slow and gentle. Okay? And I show you the energy movement. This is an additional input. So you could visualize how the energy flow looks like and feels like. So slowly. And always keep in, stay in the flow and then out. So that's your energy flow. You don't have to practice line at all, but I want you to remember that kind of movement, always light, light with the connection. That's the flow. Okay? So, and I show you also with other brushes. So I can try this. And if you got this, the Ferret Pen Brush, you can happily use that too. It's very thin, so you can just practice more like a much smaller scale as well. So let's try. You can see, so the tip of the brush and the shape is totally different. And this is more like elastic. You can use softer haired one, but just avoid rough, hard haired brush because it's really, you can't get the light feeling so easily. So maybe that's the ink. So you can see the difference, I think. So when you use other brush or alternative, always keep the same movement as I showed you. And hold the brush always upright. So no movement like this or like this. Always keep it upright, like so. Okay, so it's not the same, but you can use that. So, and that's also the smaller. So much smaller. And you can use like other alternatives as well. And if you want to be very creative, you can also use, let me show you what I have, sort of the household items like toothbrush, also the items from the garden, from nature, or wooden stick that I made with the grass and wood. And this is, you can also use the flower pot or the grass. And this is the celery. So look, it's got really dark. So you can use. That would be fun activity as well. So always keep upright and breathing. So that would be alternative. You can happily do that. And in a classic way, I want you to practice, let's say, these techniques. It's called the part techniques. So again and again till you get lighter feel, or this corner technique as well. And after 15, 20 minutes, you get really light feel with each movement. And then comes the last part, which we would shortcut. Let's say, when you feel your concentration getting really at the edge, then try to do the calligraphy like I did with one flow, without correction or anything, just one through with one flow. Maybe 1 or 2 times. And then I want you to pick one of the best creations. You don't have to make it really beautiful and perfect. It comes later. But more important part, that you flow with your energy and really like flow with the brush as light as possible. Okay, that's more important part. And then technical part follows later. So then you can write the name here on the left-hand side, pick one of the best one. And then also, if you got your own stamp, like with the soapstone, you can happily do that. Or you can easily make a handmade stamp with eraser. So the gumi stamp, that's also nice. And you can also write the date. So that's the best present moment of the day. And you could develop from that stage further in later stage. Okay, so I don't think we got much time now, but in the Yakult website, you can, there is a section, discover your name in Japanese. So you can type your name and you could get your names in Japanese, and you can happily practice separately and put the name here and the stamp. And when you practice at home, and we'll be so happy to see your creations on the SNS. You can post and share with hashtags Yakult UK Ireland, hashtag my name Rie Takeda, and Shodo or mindfulness. That would be wonderful. So I hope, I know that's really complicated kanji, but I hope you experience some lightness, so between your mind and body, And if you anyway have tools now, please carry on. I want you to let you practice now. So for now, I have to say goodbye. Thank you very much for watching. It's been very wonderful to show you my tips and so insider advice as well. And I will be looking forward to seeing your creations very soon. So have a nice, wonderful day and happy practice. Goodbye.